qualified, very qualified to tell us all about the new Splinter Cell title. So why don't you launch into that and give us a little taste?
All right, well, Sam is back, and he is faster, more brutal, and cooler than ever before. Yes.
So go into some details. We want to hear about it.
All right, so in the last game, Sam lost his daughter. She was run over by a car, murdered. So he is on a personal mission of revenge.
Still?
Yes, seeking the killer of his daughter. He has left Third Echelon, so he's no longer with them, so he's gone rogue. He's completely on his own, so he has nobody in his ear telling him what to do or how to behave, so it's pretty scary for all the bad guys in his way.
Would you say that Bourne Identity is kind of a good example?
Yes, Sam is very Jason Bourne, Jack Bauer, and James Bond all rolled into one for this game.
Oh my, that is quite a combination, and he doesn't explode from having all that awesome inside of him?
No, he doesn't explode.
Okay, now you've played the game. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
All right, well, you start off in Malta, and you have to infiltrate this mansion, and you're looking for Coben. So you've extracted some information from this thug, and he's led you to Coben in Malta. So you have to infiltrate the mansion. He's got a lot of guards. He has a lot of people protecting him. And you just kind of got to fight your way through there. And there are a lot of new features in this game that the other ones haven't featured, or that haven't been in any of the other ones, like Mark and Execute. You need a close combat kill in order to employ Mark and Execute. And then based on your weapon and your positioning and your timing, then you're able to use Mark and Execute. Also, we have last known position, where as soon as you break the line of sight with an enemy, a white silhouette appears, and that the enemy is going to converge onto that spot so that you are able to either disappear into the shadows or you can flank them and, get the surprise kill.
Oh my, now tell me, this game seems a lot more dark, brutal, and violent than the last ones. Can you go into more detail about the interrogation mode, for example?
Well, interrogation mode is really, really cool. So because Sam is no longer with Third Echelon, he has to get his information in different ways now. So interrogation, the interrogation mode is basically the best way for Sam to get his information. So you are able to use the environment to smash people's heads in, to kick them, to get the information, to pull the information that you are seeking out of them. Then once the information is out, they are using this really innovative storytelling system where they do projected images into the environment, right into the environment. And what that does is it keeps you completely immersed in the game. You stay in control of Sam at all times. The story unfolds in real time, so you're getting your information as fast as it can possibly come to you. So it's a really innovative way to keep you immersed in the game, and interrogation mode is really cool. You feel like a badass.
That is really cool sounding. I mean, the interrogation mode is what really drew my eye, and it just seemed really brutal and violent, and just like the Bourne Identity movies, just pulling that information out of people. And now I'm getting some questions from the chat room in my ear here, and people want to know, will there be any co-op mode this time around, like in a couple of the previous games? And they also want to know if any downloadable content is being planned in advance of the release.
Well, I know that if you order through GameStop, then their exclusive content they have is a semi-automatic shotgun. So right now, that is a big incentive, and it's exclusive to GameStop for pre-orders. Also, let's see, there is multiplayer, but as far as what that means exactly, I'm not allowed to tell you.
Okay, that's perfectly okay. And people want to know in co-op if you can control the Echelon team again with the spies and the security guards, or are you guys going in a completely new direction?
Well, just like I said, as far as multiplayer, I don't know if that means co-op. I don't know if that means online, separate from the actual campaign. So I don't know.
All right, and since Sam has kind of gone into off the reservation mode here, he doesn't have any support from the base. He's on his own. What kind of new gadgets can we expect, seeing as he doesn't have access to that kind of stuff anymore?
Well, Sam right now is no longer using the shadows to hide, but to hunt. So he does have all the gadgets that you love about Splinter Cell are definitely there. There's a new EMP grenade. So instead of pointing your gun at a light and using the EMP thing that they had before, it's now a grenade that you can toss. But it will alert all the enemies to your positioning and your presence. But there are tons of gadgets. Sticky camera, of course. Like, there's the same gadgets that you love about Splinter Cell, but there's a lot of new ones, and it's pretty cool. All the new stuff is pretty cool.
All right, and will there be any brutal instant kill moves? People in the chat room want to know that. Like, you sneak up on a guy and you just grab him and you can kill him with one hit.
Yes. So Sam has a lot of different kills. Like when you come up behind somebody and you surprise them, there's a lot of different ways depending on like where you're positioned, where the camera's positioned, will determine the type of finishing move that Sam will use. And again, there's a lot more close combat because you need a close combat kill in order to get mark and execute.
All right, and will the kills that you do affect the mission in any way?
Excuse me?
Like for example, if you're on a mission where you want to be kind of silent and you want to just disable people and you just start murdering, will that affect the course of the mission?
Well, the game is set up like a small sandbox, so you have a lot of options as far as ways to infiltrate your next objective. You can go super stealth, if that's what you want and that's how you like to play, and not kill anybody and just, get in there as quietly and as quickly as possible before they know what hit them. Or you can go in guns blazing, take out everybody you want. So there's a lot of options as far as how you want to play. You have a lot as a player, a lot of choices.
All right, and people in the chat room are asking if you know how many hours we can expect the game to be.
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm not sure. I know that the demo that we have set up right now is probably about 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how you play it. And I don't know. I've been playing it over and over and over again, and
it's fun every time, right?
You know what? It's the first time I have played a demo that's at that length where I haven't gotten sick of it, I haven't gotten tired of it, and I still feel challenged every time I do.
All right. And now people in the chat room want to know if actually, Shane, can you give me that question one more time? Yes, they want to know if you can take out the cameras in this game like you could in previous games.
Oh, well, I'm not sure, because the demo that I've been playing, the demo that we have, there's no cameras that are featured in that specific part of it. But you never know.
Well, I couldn't imagine a Splinter Cell game where you could, so there'll probably be a section.
I couldn't imagine one either without surveillance cameras, but you never know.
All right, and now when is the release date?
The first quarter of next year.
All right, and now the chat room is screaming, when can we get a demo? Now, instead of asking when we can get a demo, I'm going to ask if there might be one.
You know what, I would hope so. That's still something that they're deciding, and the information hasn't been released, but that would be awesome.
Well, it looks like a really cool game. I've seen them, demoing it at E3. I've seen them demoing it here, and it looks like a much darker, more brutal game. And Sam Fisher looks like he's a more angry, grizzled person, and I can't wait to give it a shot.
Yeah.
And now to ask you a Frag Doll question.
Okay.
As a Frag Doll, do you know a particular person named Pinka? She's a good friend of all the Frag Dolls.
Pinka?
Pinka.
No, I don't.
No, I thought I'd ask because I thought we could give Pinka a shout out. She's a friend of mine, and she knows all the Frag Dolls and all these events I go to.
Pinka.
Yeah, hey,
right
Pinka.
on.
Okay, well, thank you very much. And do you want to give a shout out to the Frag Dolls?
Yeah, you should go to fragdoll.com and check us out. We're all here at PAX today, so that's pretty cool.
All right, well, thank you very much, and I really appreciate the interview. Shane, back to you.